Welcome into the Jam Happy Hour. I hope you are relaxed, ready to enjoy some music, maybe sip on a little wine with us because we've got a real treat in store for you today as Josiah Siska is going to be joining us from Nashville. Hello.
Hey, how we doing, Jana?
So good. Welcome back, by the way. It's been about a year
It has.
since you have been, you're amongst family now with the Jam Happy Hour. So thank you so much for coming back with us and to Brandon as well. Thank you guys both being here to hang out, tell some stories, play some music, and just kind of vibe out on this lovely evening. How are you today?
We're doing great. Thank you so much for having me. It's just a pleasure to be back here. I brought my buddy Brandon Will with me. We write a lot of songs together and sing a lot of writers' rounds here in Nashville together. We're actually doing one tonight at 8:30 after the show. We're going to walk on down the street and jump on stage somewhere and play a few tunes. Probably
Perfect.
a few of the ones that you're about to hear tonight, so that'll be cool.
I find
But,
that very unique. And just one of the special things about Nashville is it is such a community of, musicians and songwriters and marketing. It is Music City for a reason. Like, it's just the coolest vibe there. Do you feel like you were always kind of meant to be in Nashville, or are you just getting like all this great inspiration from being there?
It's for me. It was like I knew what I wanted to do. I guess when I graduated high school, and I knew where I wanted to go. I knew what I was. I felt like if I didn't move to Nashville and just dedicate my life at 18, I felt like I would have been wasting my time doing something else. I felt like music was what I was supposed to do. So for me,
Yeah.
it was. I love being in Nashville. I mean, Georgia was great growing up,
Sure.
but Nashville's where I belong, and I like it here a lot.
Oh, there's something so special about that city. Like, I was just up there last weekend, and the vibe is definitely like not that it really ever really fully shut down during
Yeah.
COVID. I was up there a few times, and I was like, wow, it's not happening here at all.
Oh yeah, no, it was.
Broadway is on tonight. But just being there was really super cool. And also being here is pretty fun for us because we either already know you and love you, and that's why we're here to watch you, or some people know and love Jam Wines, and they're here to get to know you better. So we kind of get to like cross-pollinate tonight.
Well, I love being here, and I love being a part of y'all's crew for the happy hour. And I not only that, but I love the Jam Wine. I mean, this bottle of Cabernet. Oh, I got a little too close to that mic. Got a little excited about the Cabernet. This
Right.
bottle of Cabernet right here is the bomb.com. The butter cab.
Yeah.
It's what'd you say? It's National Cabernet Day, right? Something like
It
that.
is International Cabernet Day. So
International. Oh.
solid choice.
Well, cheers to everybody around the world.
Right. And hopefully watching here this evening now, it is about the music and it is about to get to know you a little bit better. I know that you just put out an EP, so you've got, the songs that you've known and performed for years. Now you've got these new babies that are kind of
Yeah.
like coming out into the world too. That's going to be pretty exciting.
I'm incredibly excited about that. It's been awesome releasing this new music and the new EP, the new project we've been working on. We just released a music video as well for the single for radio, Three Tequila Floor, which I'm incredibly excited about. And it got its premiere on CMT, what was that, yesterday or 2 days ago?
That's not
which
too
was
bad.
really, really exciting. Yeah, that was cool getting to see myself on CMT and see the music video getting
Yeah.
shared around and stuff. So that was it was a great moment, and
Yeah.
it gave me some goosebumps. It was
I would
cool.
hope,
It was
yeah.
fun.
Leslie
It was-
Fram and her team over there, they are fantastic. And I mean,
Oh,
clearly
yeah.
they're fans of yours. If you haven't seen it, you can definitely, I know it's linked on your Instagram, which I saw, and obviously through all of your sites as well. Or you can just request it, even better, call your people and request the song so we can get it out there a little bit more. We're not going to
Oh,
jump
yeah.
right onto that, but if you wouldn't mind, it is about the music this evening. So have a sip of wine, and then maybe we can jump in and hear a tune.
I'd love to. I think I'm already a step ahead of you.
Okay, well, I'll grab mine. So, Josiah Siska is hanging out here in the Jam Happy Hour with us tonight. Make sure you are liking and commenting along, and invite your friends in to enjoy some music with us.
So this is a song that me and Brandon wrote with our friend Ash Underwood, who's a great songwriter as well, one of my dear friends and his dear friends as well. I love writing with these guys. But this is one of the first songs that I wrote with Brandon, and this song actually helped me get my record deal and opened a lot of doors here at Black River when I was getting shopped around at labels trying to find a home. So this is a special song to me, and it just came out recently on the EP, the brand new EP that just came out. 3 Chords at a Time, which you can get on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Call your station and nag them, tell them to play your favorite song off it. But this one's called On My Way Over, and it goes a little something like this. Shoot, one more time on the top. Sorry, I started in the wrong key.
1, 2, 3, 2, and
Half step down, buddy.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I started as it was you the wrong. That's it.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
right.
Sorry. All right. 1, 2, 3. How you doing, darling? It's late for you to call. I was just dozing off, but I don't mind at all. I can hear the whiskey soft off your breath, and I know that you know that I love how you get when you get to drinking, thinking about me. Just give me 10 minutes, I'm right down the street, and I'll lay you down and look at how the way your hair spreads out on the pillow. Yeah, I wanna hear your heartbeat beating loud and feel our love flow strong like a river. Just give me the word and you know I'm on my way over. Coffee in the morning, breakfast in bed. Look like an angel when I walk back in, and you pull me back down and you pull me so tight. That beer tomorrow, just give me tonight, and I'll lay you down and look at how the way your hair spreads out on the pillow. Yeah, I wanna hear your heartbeat beating loud and feel our love flow strong like a river. Just give me the word and you know I'm on my way over. I'm on my way over. I wanna lay you down and look at how the way your hair spreads out on the pillows. I wanna hear your heartbeat beating loud and feel our love flow strong like a river. Yeah, I wanna lay you down and look at how the way your eyes shine bright when I kiss you. And I wanna hear your heartbeat beating loud and feel our love flow strong like a river. Just give me the word and you know. Oh, just give me the word and you know I'm on my way over. I'm on my way over. How you doing, darling? It's late for you to call. I was just dozing off, but I don't mind at all. I'm on my way over. On my way over.
Something I think we all can relate to. Getting a little late night call, like okay,
A little late night call. I'm on my way.
right? Off the 3 Chords at a Time EP, which is what a week old now. Like it's
Yeah,
it's so
I mean, not even. Is it Friday yet?
no, so
Yeah.
close.
What do we got? It came out at midnight, so we got a few more hours, and then it'd be a week.
Aw, you're about to turn a week old
Turn a
with
week
that
old.
one. That's exciting.
It is. We've been dying to release that one since we wrote it. It was written a few years ago. So that some of these songs were written and cut or recorded pretty recently, but that one we've been sitting on. So I'm just so happy to have that one out.
It's got to be pretty hard, to know that you've got something that you're like really proud of, or you want to share, or that people are going to relate to, and you're like, well,
Right.
you got to wait for that right moment.
Well, COVID had a lot to play in that too,
Yeah.
which everyone was affected by COVID. I can't complain as an artist, but it definitely affected the music industry. And
Oh, yeah.
it was tough releasing stuff and everything during that time, just for everybody. I mean, that was just that was a whole of everything. So I'm just so excited to be kind of slightly starting to come out of that COVID mess and get to release
Yeah.
some songs and put some music and do some things some songs I love that I co-wrote and songs that I cut. So yeah, I'm thrilled about all of it. It's a good
I
season
think if
right
there's
now.
one thing that kind of came out of the last couple of years, if you're going to have silver linings, is for so long we all felt so like maybe separated, but when we were physically separated through technology, you find yourself connecting even more. Whether it's doing like a jam happy hour, or we would have like Zoom performances with artists, or we found a way to connect even more so in a strange
Right.
kind of way. And releasing music also changed in that way, that there are some artists that are just like, well, if we're not going to do promo, we don't have a marketing plan, like throw it out there, here,
Right.
let it go. Do you see that there might be some good that's going to come to the industry from what we've just been through in the last couple of years?
I think the best thing that'll happen from it, I think that there's going to be personally, I think there's going to be just a surge. People, because I was at the Titans game, it was a preseason game. I did the anthem for it a couple weeks ago. And
Yeah.
usually a preseason game, you get a few thousand people, but there was a lot. I think they sold 45,000 tickets to a preseason game here in Nashville.
Yeah.
Which is
I,
just stupid. I mean, you don't have that type of turnout. So I think there's a lot of people just itching to go do anything, and hopefully that'll be live music shows and events
Yeah.
and stuff. And I think that might be a great repercussion from it all. I think that'd be really cool.
You look at the amount of tours that are just currently out right now. Like, you're not wrong.
Oh,
Saturday night, I was
yeah.
in Nashville. The Titans
Everybody
game was
wants
going
to do
on.
something. Yeah.
It was full. I was at Ascend. Goo Goo Dolls were playing. That was full.
That was
you
full.
walk down Broadway, people
Probably
everywhere. I
packed
think
like crazy. Yeah.
we've definitally snapped back.
Yeah,
if
which is
not
really
then
nice.
some.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's like even like this kind of, I don't know, like a overcorrect of going out.
I'm not mad at that, and especially
No,
when there's
me neither.
music to get out and enjoy, especially with the different kinds of shows. I mean, obviously, you've got your smaller shows, you've got your larger shows. It's
Yeah.
what you can find a venue that you're comfortable in.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's always somewhere to go where you feel comfortable and safe and stuff. Of how you feel of going out and everything. But yeah, I can't do crowds too much. I mean, I like going to concerts and all. I can't be squished in the soup too much. Because I get a little.
I was
freaked
like
out.
that before the pandemic, Josiah. So, that hasn't changed much for me either. But it is exciting as people get back out and enjoy live music. And if they can't get out, they can always enjoy it here with us in the Jam Happy Hour.
That's right.
And I love how you have described yourself as a rhinestone redneck.
Yeah, I didn't wear no rhinestones today. It was a little too
I
toasty
mean,
for that.
I
It's humid and crispy. I'd have been sweating. My hair'd look wet if I came in here with a jacket on.
One of my earliest vinyls that I ever had, and I used to live in my room and I listened to Glenn Campbell's Rhinestone Cowboy.
Oh, rhinestone
So
cowboy. Oh yeah.
that's exactly what I think of when I see rhinestone redneck. But obviously, you maybe have a different meaning for that.
No, I mean it's pretty much It's that. Just I mean, redneck and rhinestones. It's explanatory. I don't know. Some
like, I
things
like to be
say where
pretty.
they're super insightful. I'll try and like make something have a double meaning or something. That's just it's just here's a redneck and rhinestones. If you wanted an extra, you could do long-haired rhinestone redneck. Maybe I'll give you a little bit more color.
No.
but-
Well, he's got some fancy photos on his Instagram if you want to go see him in his full rhinestone effect.
I do
how
like the
do you
Manuels
feel?
and nudies and all those. They are fun.
Well, it takes a team, that's for sure. But
Yes.
when it comes to social media these days, it is that instant connect that you can get like with your fans and with your audience. Do you ever feel like it's too intrusive?
What does intrusive mean? I'm sorry.
Or are you
Intruding?
too accessible? Like,
Accessible.
if anybody just, wants to DM you, like
Yeah.
you could have, hundreds and thousands of them. Like,
Yeah,
does it ever get to the point where you're like, I'm going to put this over here and then I'm going
It
to
gets a
concentrate?
little overwhelming. I get a lot of my phone goes off a little bit, but never like it's the way I look at it is these are people that are whatever, maybe 5 or 10 seconds of their day to send me a text message or send me a DM on Instagram or whatever, or just, try and send me a message saying they like my song or they love my music. And like, I'll never get sick of that. No, that's the nicest thing ever, that they'll take a few seconds to tell me that they love the song. I try and reply to every single one that I can. I know I don't get them all, and
now
I'm
you're in
not too
trouble.
good with Facebook, but I'm pretty good on Instagram, pretty good on TikTok, I'm pretty good on Facebook. I'll reply to the comments on Facebook, but I have trouble because Facebook makes me go into a separate app. It makes me go into the Messenger to do all, and it's just like, you got to keep it in. I'm too ADD to go into a different app now. You got to keep it all in one thing, or else it's over. So,
how the times have changed. For somebody who maybe hasn't been following along, you've been putting out music for a few years. Like, this isn't like a new thing for you. Like, obviously you knew you wanted to do it from a very early age, but like now that you're actively, doing that, and you're putting out pretty much like an album a year, or at least an EP a year. Does it feel like you, not like a job, but do you feel like, you have to continually keep at it, or is it just naturally what you love to do?
It's definitely naturally what I love to do. I would feel guilty if I did anything else. But you do it. I mean, there is an expectation, I guess. I mean, like you have to. People expect something. You want to be entertained, so you have to. That's my profession is an entertainer, singer, songwriter. So I have to reach that expectation. And sometimes I can be make music seem like work, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I mean, it's writing songs, sipping a glass of wine, and hanging out and saying, "No, this is the farthest thing from work for me. I love this. I mean, I could do this every day for the rest of my life, and that's what I'm trying to do." So.
Well, that's fantastic, and it is super entertaining for sure. How about we jump back in? What song would you like to perform for us next?
Well, I was thinking about doing a little cover, if that's all right.
Ooh, yeah.
Maybe a little. I did some Johnny Cash last year, so I was thinking about returning to the Cash and maybe doing a little Folsom Prison.
Love it. Thank you.
This is Folsom Prison by Johnny Cash. And I'm going to kick it off slow. Well, I hear that train a-coming. It's rolling round the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. But I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. And when I hear that whistle blown, I hang my head and cry. On that. Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. Oh, but those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move a little on further down the line. I'd be far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Folsom Prison Blues.
Always such a fun one. It's a classic. Did you grow up listening to Johnny Cash? Is that was like,
Oh
kind of like
yeah.
your musical influences?
A lot of Cash, a lot of Keith Whitley, Waylon Jennings, all the old country, all the good stuff. Don Williams and Waylon, or Merle Haggard, I mean,
Yeah.
all the above. I love them.
Was it a very musical household when you were a child?
Yeah, it was pretty musical. My oldest brother played, and my dad was a preacher, and we would play in church when my dad would preach. Growing up, so I would play keys in church. My brother would play guitar, and then mom would sing high harmony,
Aw.
and my brother Bobby would sing, and then my dad would go up and preach and stuff. So yeah,
Wow.
it was growing up playing music. I always learned by ear, so I would just kind of sit on the keys and kind of
Oh,
figure
wow.
out what notes are going on, and then go from there. But yeah, Johnny Cash was one of the first non-Christian or gospel artists that I'd learned how to play, because I played by ear. I didn't have
Mm-hmm.
a capo for my guitar, so when he would do his songs, they were usually, you could just do them in open E, and it was the key
Yeah.
that I could sing it in. So I'm like, all right, well, I don't have to transpose it. I can just keep it in the same key and do some Johnny Cash. And so yeah, I started learning a lot of Cash when I was little, and that's one of my favorite songs I grew up playing. That one and Boy Named Sue.
Oh yeah, that's another classic too. Learning by ear. I mean, obviously if you have the ability to do it, you're just like, oh yeah, no, it makes total sense to me. But me, no. Like I had to learn how to read music. I had to learn how to, the whole music theory and stuff like that. So I
See,
find it
that
very
impresses
interesting.
me, because I don't have the attention span. I didn't go to college, barely passed high school. I mean, I don't think I could pass musical theory. I'll probably fail that one too. But
I don't know. You find it mildly interesting.
I'd find it fun, but I'd get lost in it. But I genuinely have people that know the number system, all that. I mean, I kind of know the
Yeah.
number system, but people that know it and understand music theory, I'm tipping my hats, because that's just something I know it. I couldn't. I don't think I'd be able to wrap my head around it.
I don't think I probably remember it, Josiah, so it's fine. But it was it was fun to study at one point. Now you had mentioned that you sang the national anthem at the Titans game not too long ago.
Yes. Yes.
What was that like?
That was awesome. It was really, really cool. They were so nice. They were so gracious. They were so
Aw.
sweet. Yeah, it was. They were incredibly above and beyond kind. The Titans took care of us, and that was really cool to get to do that at a game. But walking on the field and meeting the head coach, I mean, yeah, it was really, really, really cool. And also, there's I don't know. I mean, you get some nerves. There's the one
Sure.
song, if you ever sing it, you get nervous. It'd probably be the anthem. But I don't know. It was fun. I was just kind of on this energy high. You're at the 50-yard line, everybody's cheering, and then it gets quiet, and it gets you can hear a pin drop, because it's
Oh, God.
please welcome.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. They'll do the whole please welcome the color guard from ROTC,
right.
da da da, and Black River recording artist Josiah Siska, and then it's everyone's yeah, and then shh, it's just
And-
dead silent, and then jumbotron. So it's all right, well, here we go.
Yeah.
Just right into it, and it's fun. It's good. It was funny though. That one went pretty smooth. The Sounds game I did a few weeks before, and that was a ton of fun as well. I had a great
Yeah.
time. But they accidentally had last week's name for the prompt on it, and so I stood out there at the baseball mound ready to sing the anthem.
Yeah.
And they're like, "All right, everyone, please rise and welcome Daniel blah blah blah." And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, all right.
Where's he at?
No, that's what I did. But I didn't know I was on the jumbotron, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, they're bringing a soldier out or something, or they're bringing a family,
Right.
or someone's coming home or something. So I'm sitting there looking, and then it's just as quiet. 10 seconds pass. I'm still on the jumbotron. I'm like, oh crap, I'm Daniel. Oh,
I'm Daniel now. You're like, oh my God, it's gonna be fun to explain.
Yeah. But it was great. I love doing the anthem. It's an honor to get to sing the
Yeah.
country's anthem, and it's I try and do it not too fancy with it. Just doing a respectful way, and get out by 90 seconds. That's the thing. You want to try and do it under 90. So
Right. I love how they
use
always
about
have the
86 of those
the
seconds.
line bet, like with the Super Bowls or whatnot. It's the over under on the time.
yeah, yep.
Who knew it was a thing? It's a real thing. So now we know 90 seconds or less.
Not for the anthem. Yep.
Obviously, growing up in the South, I mean, were you already a sports fan, or is it just even
Oh yeah.
better to be, involved with that stuff as an
Well,
artist?
I grew up a big sports fan. I wasn't too great. Everyone else in my family was incredible at sports. So I'm like 6'1", and I'm the shortest out of all the men in my family.
Oh, wow.
And my family's like all men, like maybe 2 females, like 20-something men on my dad's side. So the blood is very athletic, tall,
Sure.
football playing, basketball dunking, playing rugby in college, getting like on the practice team of the MLB teams and all these, like,
What?
that's what my dad and all these people did. And it's like, I was awful. I mean, it was horrible. I think I scored my first basket in basketball like 5 years after playing, and my mom, it was a free throw that bounced off the rim like 4 times and off the backboard and like barely went in by the grace of God.
But
And
yet you
there's
remember it.
Oh, Mama Siska's like screaming, "That's my baby!" And it's like the first shot I've ever gotten. It's the worst free throw ever. She runs onto the basketball court, and like the referee's trying to get her off. It was awful. But it was great. It was sweet. But
That
no,
is
I was
so
horrible
sweet.
at basketball. I wasn't too great at sports, and I just, I enjoyed making music and
Right.
and being on camera and doing stuff like that, entertainment stuff. And I've always wanted to be a singer-songwriter. So when I guess I got conscious enough in my brain to write songs, I started doing it.
So far, so good. I
Yeah.
do want to talk about the songwriting in a little bit, but I mean, the hour is already flying by so fast. Can you jump in on another song for us?
Yeah, oh yeah, we got plenty of songs.
Cool.
This next one I'm gonna do is called "Cold Heart on Fire," and this is one that I did with me and Brandon Will and our friend Andrew Bloom wrote this with us, and it's just a sweet little country song, and I hope y'all like it.
Aw, thank you.
You ready, buddy? Yeah. Nope. My heart was frozen like a stone. Out in a crowd, I'd feel alone. But like a comet blazing bright, you came crashing in my life and gave me love I'd never known. You light me up with just one touch. You're like a flame that's running wild, and I'll keep burning for your love. You set this cold, cold heart on fire, like a spark of gasoline. When your eyes are locked on me, like a candle melting down. Whenever you're around, just a kiss is all I need. You light me up with just one touch. You're like a flame that's running wild, and I keep burning for your love. You set this cold, cold heart on fire. So light me up and let me burn. Take the past I had, all the bad, strike a match and let it die. Set this cold, cold heart on fire. You light me up with just one touch. You're like a flame that's running wild. I'll keep burning for your love. You set this cold, cold heart on fire. I'll keep burning for your love. You set this cold, cold heart on fire. Cold Heart on Fire.
It's beautiful.
Thank you
That is
so
like
much.
a little country tune. That's good
Yeah, it's
stuff.
old sweet old country song.
Like, aw, what does that make you think of? Like, aw, sweetness there. But we were talking about songwriting for a little bit, and
Yes, yes.
I know that you talk about when you can finally string your words together and start writing songs. But it's like something that does happen in Nashville quite often, and in the industry in general. Sometimes you find yourself with a crew writing songs together. which is amazing. You know, it works all ways. But I've always been curious that when you are working with other people, or you're just kind of collaborating, or however it's coming together, do you feel like you can still get your full story out in the song, or do you think it kind of becomes a little bit of everybody's story?
That is a really great question because, like, I tell like songwriter friends of mine that just moved to town, I'll tell them, you know, once a month at least. I try and do it once a week. I'll do like a hook or a melody, at least, or I'll try and get the idea of it and like be pretty stubborn about that idea when I write it. But it's like try and write at least once a week or once a month by yourself and finish a song because you co-write a lot in town.
Yeah.
And I try and surround myself with guys that understand me as an artist, like Brandon. I mean, when me and Brandon write, he gets me as an artist. The first song and that one we had co-written together, and that's definitely kind of like my wheelhouse, and you can see where that is. But not every co-write has that dynamic because that's something that comes over time and writing a lot of songs with someone. So yeah, no, that's very important because you have to maintain your artistry. I think there's definitely an issue going on and not to be that guy, but Music Row Nashville, you're getting all these artists cutting songs by the same songwriter. You get the same producer to do it, then they get the same engineer to mix it, and then you get a lot of things that accidentally, even though they're all great songs, you get a lot of things that accidentally just kind of all sound like one guy, even though they're different singers. And I think it's important to write by yourself every now and then and just kind of gather your own thoughts and find out who you are as an artist. Even if you already found that out, sometimes you got to kind of like retouch back in on that and, oh, this is who I am. Okay.
It's like flexing a muscle, though. You
know?
It's
like working out. It really is.
If you don't have the ability to be in your own mind and do your own storytelling, then what good are you going to be, for somebody else? But they really do come across as like small stories. Like, I don't know if it's like a female brain thing, but like listening to your music, I can always picture kind of the movie that goes along with the song.
Oh, thank you. That's a really great compliment. Thank you, Jan.
Oh, thanks. Do you kind of have a vision in mind as you're creating these stories?
I tell Brandon I know it's a good song when I can close my eyes and I see the music video. That's literally like, I say that all the time when we write. Yeah. And it's like, man, or I'll sometimes say, man, I can't see the video. That doesn't connect. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I can't, like the vision, I'm not able to see it. If that, like, you know what I mean? I guess so that's totally, that's definitely a thing, but thank you. That's sweet.
Sure, no problem. It's interesting how you put it, though, that goes both ways, though, because if you can picture it, it's like, yes. And if you can't picture it, you're like, nope, still got to work on this one over here.
Yeah, you still got to kind of work on it. I can't really see the image. We need make it a little more visual, like talk about what color are the neon lights and are they flickering, like paint that picture a little bit, like things like that.
Well, it gives it texture.
Right, yeah, just a little texture, yeah. Like a good glass of wine.
Like a good glass of wine. Well, he sips on his butter Cabernet. Thanks to everybody jumping in for the Jam Happy Hour here this evening. If you are sipping on your butter faves, we love that. Whatever you are enjoying this evening, just hang out and enjoy the music a little bit longer. We got about another half an hour worth of music and storytelling to enjoy with Josiah Siska here in the Jam Happy Hour. And I do encourage you all to, if you're not already a fan, follow along with his socials and his YouTube, and obviously through all the streaming services too, because every little click, it matters a lot. In the world. So definitely feel free to like and share and spread the word, especially if you're enjoying not only the amazing cab, but this performance tonight with Josiah and Brandon here. So we'll jump back into the music here in just a second, but any plans to get back out on the road? You ready to?
I'm heading to Darlington. I'm filling up this glass of wine. We're getting our ASMR back in here.
Oh, I love it. Doesn't that sound delightful?
You need somebody?
That's great. Thank you very much. I'm not on the mic, but yeah.
We can still hear you.
Yeah, it's in stereo for us.
It's in all the senses for you. Enjoy.
So I'm heading out to Darlington this weekend, which is going to be wonderful in South Carolina. I'm doing the national anthem for the first playoff race there at the Darlington Speedway. So that's going to be really cool. I'm excited for that. They're supposed to have a flyover going on, and that's going to be crazy.
They will. Come on. It's Darlington.
So it's going to be really cool.
NASCAR, Darlington.
NASCAR, playoff NASCAR race. Yeah, I mean,
holiday weekend. Please.
Right. So I'm super, super, super stoked about that.
That is iconic.
That's gonna be cool. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be on TV. Tune in.
Yeah,
6 p.m. is when it's going down at, and it'll be on USA Network, I believe. So.
Yeah, I grew up watching NASCAR and going to NASCAR with my dad. So.
My gosh.
pretty usually on in the house, so I will make sure to tune in extra early.
Tune in and have a glass of cab and cheer
will.
me on.
I will absolutely do that for sure. That is so exciting.
And
To
then
be
I
able
think
to
we're
get
heading
out- get out and do
to New
things like
York,
that.
pretty soon to do some radio things, so that'll be cool. And then I think I'm heading to Texas with Sawyer Brown this month, so that'll be cool. And it's just a lot of things coming up. I'm excited. God's been good. And it's gonna be fun.
It sounds like the machine's firing back up. It's like everybody's been relatively, stationary for a while, but now, like we were talking earlier, it's like people want to get out there. They want to experience, not just live music with you, but also just to get out and, live and travel and be able to experience new things.
Right, jumping back on the saddle.
Yeah. Yeah. So if somebody is new to you and to your music here this evening, what do you kind of have planned? I know the EP just came out almost 7 days ago in a couple of hours.
Yes.
But where do you see like 2023 kind of leading you?
Oh, where do I see 2023? Well,
Because it's practically here.
I'm not too sure where tomorrow's going to lead me. But yeah, let alone tonight. So 2023, that's quite a little ways
stretch.
out there. Even though it's only a few months. I just hope to release some more music. We've got a really cool Christmas project that I'm working on that I cannot wait for everyone to hear what we're working on. I'm going to produce it with Doug and Gordon tomorrow. That'll be fun. And
That's not your first Christmas thing. Are you?
No.
Do you just love the holidays?
I do love the holidays. I'm a Christmas guy. Christmas is the best holiday. It's fun. Christmas and Thanksgiving, because I like food a lot too. But you
Right.
get to double dip on it with Christmas because you get that Christmas Eve dinner and the whole. You get the that's the good
Making me
stuff.
hungry.
Yeah, give me that turkey with some cranberry. Was that cranberry relish on it? A little this
Oh
that.
my God, he's going there. Well, then
I'm all there. I'm
potatoes,
hungry now.
coming over.
Shit.
Yeah, right.
I'm on my way over.
with some food.
I can smell the turkey soft off the table.
You can put it on the into the new Christmas project. We need a new Thanksgiving song. Adam Sandler can't have it all.
Thanksgiving song.
Yeah.
Gobble gobble.
Wow. Well, it also has a lot to do with, family and
Right.
not being so crazed in the hustle and the bustle. You get like a day or two off. You get to kind of just like, unbutton that top button and enjoy the food and the family and
that's
just kind of relax. And usually it sounds like maybe in your house would end up with some kind of a little jam session going on since you guys are all so musical.
Actually, no, not really.
No.
No. Well, my brother Bobby now he's got his two sons and his daughter with his wife. So I got the little munchkins running around when we go home. You got the nephews and the niece, and they're just sweet as pie. They're at that young little age where all just a bunch of little toddlers running around, and that's just so much fun during Christmas. So when I go home, I just try and soak as much of that in as I can because I'm in Tennessee. They're not here, so it's like I love my nephews and my niece so much. So going home, it's just really nice to spend some time with them, push them on the playground, and make sure they know who their Uncle Josiah is.
Push them on the playground. Well, they still got that big eye wonder, like, well, it's the wonder of the holidays, but it's also the wonder of their uncle coming to town, and they know that you're just one giant jungle gym.
Yeah, and that's fun too. And my one nephew Wilder, he's getting old enough to where he's like recognizing that, oh, my uncle is a singer. Oh, my uncle does music. So he's been asking Alexa all day long to play. There's a video. He'll go, Alexa, play Uncle Josiah. And Alexa's like, I'm sorry, I don't know who Uncle Josiah is. Yeah, here's Uncle Cracker. No,
That's awesome. Technology at its finest.
Yeah, and he'll go like, play Uncle Josiah Siska, thinking that'll like fix it, and it doesn't fix it.
It's
Don't
like,
get all
no.
frustrated. It's sweet. It's very cute.
That's got to
very,
make
very
you
cute.
smile for sure.
It does.
What?
That melts my heart. Yeah.
Do they get to hear a lot of the music beforehand, or just
Sometimes, no, never, no.
no? They're listening.
Sometimes, no, I'll show I'll show my mom and dad a song at the dinner table and stuff, and my buddies, if I'm excited about something, I sometimes want to make sure it sounds right. So I'll be like, hey guys, what do you think of this? Hop in my truck, give it a listen, and I'll do things like that. But no, not too much. I like to keep it pretty secretive until release.
It's fantastic. Well, I know, like I said, the EP just came out, the 3 Chords at a Time. Is there a meaning behind that title?
Yeah, so that title is really special to me because it's really how I look at life. I
Okay.
grew up three chords at a time, and that's just kind of the way it was for me growing up. My dad was a preacher, so he would tell me everything I needed to know, right? And it's all good
Sure.
preacher dads should. And of course, he's a preacher, so he's right 99%
Right.
of the time.
Of course.
And I didn't know that, obviously. So I don't always listen, growing up and stuff. But I would turn on the radio, and I would hear classic country on the Saturday night station that would play classic country in North Georgia, the 106.1 FM. And I would request in all these songs after I kind of first got turned on to it. And it was just, I would hear kind of the same morals and lessons my dad was trying to tell me in a Hank Sr. song or a Johnny Cash song. So the concept of that, I grew up three chords at a time. It comes from growing up and listening to the radio and kind of letting that mold me in a way.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. That's
course.
awesome. Speaking of
Asking,
sharing,
you shall receive.
want to share some more music with us this evening?
Yeah, how about I play that song?
Perfect.
Let me clear my throat a little bit. I told you I had a little bit of that.
I mean, you might have to have a sip of wine.
Well, I was going for the water, but if you're tempting me with the wine, I might.
It is the happy hour. We'll allow both.
And I'm going to do it a half step down.
All right.
Yep.
That's a lovely guitar. Love the sound of that guitar.
It does. Willis, this Martin's great, buddy. Thanks, man. I was having some issues with my Martin, so we did a last-minute switch. And homeboy Willis, who's running the sound for us, shout out to Willis in the booth, let me borrow his Martin here. And it sounds nice. It's got a nice color to it. I love that amber look on it, that kind of burnt wood. That's cool. So this song's called Three Chords at a Time. This is one of my favorite songs I've ever written, co-written, released, and it goes a little something like this. Oh, man, my hat's all crooked. Hold up. There we go. All right. Grandpa left me that old Chevrolet. Didn't run, but the radio still played. And I sang along while Johnny taught me how to walk that line. Hank Williams told me it's alright to cry. Guess the world just makes more sense with a country song, where the right is always right and the wrong is wrong. I learned to live and I learned to love right there in that old truck. Yeah, I grew up three chords at a time. I met a girl like Conway sang about. Fix the engine 'cause I had to take her out on the town. And we pulled over across that county line. Tailgate lovers, 6 strings and some wine all night. Yes, the world just makes more sense with a country song, where the right is always right and the wrong is wrong. I learned to live and I learned to love right there in that old truck. Yeah, I grew up three chords at a time. Grandpa never knew the gift he gave me, or how that AM dial was gonna save me. Guess the world just makes more sense with a country song, where the right is always right and the wrong is wrong. I learned to live and I learned to love right there in that old truck. Yeah, I grew 3 chords at a time. Yeah, I grew up 3 chords at a time. Grandpa left me that old Chevrolet. Didn't run, but the radio still played.
There you go with that great visual again, though.
Oh,
Like
thank you.
sitting in the truck and it doesn't run, but the radio still
But the
works. And
radio
you, as
still
a
plays.
kid, you want to hide out in there because it's just so cool. And
Then you got to fix it up because you met a girl and you got to take her out.
Oh my God, I love that. I'm currently, I don't have to restore it. I just have to keep it up. 1970 Chevelle.
Oh, stop.
That was
What?
Daddy's. And
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But it still has the original radio. So it's
Oh, I
got
love that.
the 8-track, and it's got that scratchy like noise when you
Yeah.
turn it on. It's
Yeah, I love that.
I can't bring myself to change out the speakers. I want to hear like, the music as it's supposed to be heard today, but there's just something about it.
You got to keep them. I got a banjo my pawpaw passed down to me, and I didn't even change the strings on that yet. So, don't change it.
Oh, see, we're so like-hearted, my Leo brother. We're so alike. I know. We're almost birthday twins.
Yeah, I know, right? It's August 6th and August 7th.
Yeah, so
it's,
happy belated. And obviously we have
belated.
similarities in where we grew up and kind of how we grew up. And it's very interesting when you talk about, and I'm talking about it too, but like with the visuals and the stories. And you had said that, you're really on to something. It's like in the vein when you can see the video. How
Yes.
fun is it for you to take that image and turn it into something that, I don't know, plays on CMT?
Oh man, I would say like, it's really fun, and the cast was amazing. Everyone that day was incredible. Directors were incredible. Everything was great. I mean, Nathan was amazing. Michael Gomez was amazing. The band was great. The extras were great. So it was really cool because the song,
It's
like
funny.
Tequila
It's
Floor, which I'll
hilarious.
play in a little bit. It's a funny song. I mean, you got a drunk bachelorette girl. You got a dude that just turns 21 and is just off his butt, and then you've got a spaceship crashing in Roswell, and a bunch of little green man walking into the bar and getting drunk, and then getting dragged off to Area 51. I mean, that is definitely that's definitely a colorful song. So the music video had to be out
Had to
there,
be up there.
if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I loved getting to see the 3 Tequila Floor just like fully come to life in that sense was really incredible. It was a really cool experience, and it was fun to be a part of
Well,
that,
especially with
leading that. And
all of your songs, like in all the different videos, like, there was a hot minute that, you had the American Idol experience and you're in that whole like content driven visual, everything's got to be edited and into a certain kind of a way, kind of a thing. But then like when it's yours and it's your baby and you get to put it out in the way that you want to,
Right.
like that has to be like a really great feeling.
It's really a rewarding feeling because it goes a lot of hard work, and it's not a one-man job. There's so many people, I mean, just in this room right now that just make things happen, and I'm so thankful for all of them to be on board and
Yeah.
see the vision that I have with certain songs and with my craft, and it's a blessing to have them on my team and help me reach those goals and get rewarded. And so it's really nice. It's really fun. So getting to see that
And let you
video
borrow
on
a guitar.
CMT was awesome. Yeah, and let me borrow a guitar. Thank you, Willis. Willis is the man.
If you're curious about kind of what they're seeing instead of like what's on your screen right now, they have some great behind the scenes up on Josiah's Instagram. If you want to
Yes.
go check that out, you can see like there's a lot going on in front of those boys that we can't see right now.
Yeah, we've got 2 different lighting rigs there. We got some different color mood lighting rigs. You can see the purple and blue on the right. This is a wonderful
mean,
studio. So
solid.
we're in a
incredible studio.
Yeah, this is a historic building. Ronnie Millsap's studio, where he recorded all of his hits. And actually,
Wow.
Ronnie Millsap's grand piano is still in there because they built the studio around the piano. So you can't
Oh.
really take it out. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm a piano player, so I just get all giddy every time I go on that piano, and I'm like, okay, this is where Ronnie Millsap did all of it. So time to make something great. It's definitely
Oh,
has some,
yeah.
like, you get some inspiration doing that, which I think is wonderful. And it's beautiful. The wood is old. Everything is just aged, and it just looks.
Got that
and
great
smells
echo.
old. And yeah, it's really a wonderful, wonderful room to do videos from, record in. We've done rehearsals here. It's an inspiring room. It's really cool.
30-foot ceiling right there, I think.
Yeah,
Way, way up.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
that
It's
explains
quite-
that velvet sound we've got coming through here in the Jam Happy Hour this evening. Now, I know we're going to get into a little bit more music here in just a second, but you talk about, how you play guitar, and you play, obviously, the piano and the keys. I mean, being in that kind of like multi-instrument kind of a headspace, can you play just basically anything since you do it by ear?
I don't know. I would have to pick it up and try it. There
Right.
are some instruments I'm sure my brain wouldn't agree with. But I mean,
Now
I played,
I want to know, name one.
okay, the fiddle.
The fiddle.
Violin, I want to bang my head against a wall when I pick it up. I tried so hard, and it was like 2 or 3 years, and I could do Amazing Grace with 2 strings, so I could open my bed, so I could get like the bass note and then like play the melody on top of it, and
Yeah.
that was like the farthest I got was doing Amazing Grace, and that was it.
They're like, I'm out.
Yeah, it's a really difficult when you take away the fretboard for me. That's why I liked piano so much, because it's so precise. You can see, okay, this key is always this note, and that key is always that note, and da da da. And same thing on guitar. There's the fretboard. Like, this is always going to be that note. No matter what I do, as long as it's tuned like this. With the violin and those instruments, you just don't have a fretboard, so it's like you have to be so precise. And if you're just like a quarter inch off, it sounds awful. And it's It's
true,
a
though.
very precise instrument. My first instrument was piano. My second one was actually trumpet. In middle school, I was a trumpet player. Yeah, little trumpet boy.
I don't think that's a bad thing. Also, maybe why you have such a love affair with Christmas. I know there's a.
Yeah, I did a lot of Christmas songs on the trumpet growing up. Yeah, that was definitely that was covered.
So when you hear music, or when it's like kind of popping into your head a little bit, I mean, a lot of the instruments that you're playing aren't really percussive. So, like, do you hear like the beats and the timing in your head in the melody? If that makes any sense.
Oh, hello.
There, now you're back. Froze up.
Okay,
Technology.
we lost you for a second. I'm sorry. We're back. We're
Yay.
good? Everything's good? All go?
Yeah,
All right.
So-
Can you see me?
I can. I can see you. I can hear you. I like the dance you're doing right now. It's it's a thing. No, I asked, when you talk about, trumpet, piano, guitar, those aren't, percussion instruments. So, like, do you hear the timing and like the beats in your head when you're still?
Oh. Well, it is, even though it's not percussion. A piano technically is percussion.
Well, because
it is a
you're
percussion
banging on the
instrument.
keys, yeah.
Well, it's actually inside of a piano. There's a hammer
Mm-hmm.
on each note, and the hammer is hitting a string.
Yeah.
So it's a mix of a stringed instrument and a percussion instrument on the piano.
You are not wrong.
But I play the guitar sometimes like a percussion. I play with my knuckles. I just beat the hell out of it, And,
Not Wilson's
and I-
guitar.
well, and yeah, not Willis's guitar. Yes, I'll do that to my. He's like,
Breaking you on it.
You're breaking your own, yeah, right?
after I buy it. Break it, you own it, but you got to buy it. But no, yeah. So there's certain songs where I'll kind of like it, and
Sure,
I'll write to that before I even get the chords. Like, it's just all right. It's a shuffle. Like, that's what we're gonna write to, and here we go when we're riding. And you can kind of like feel like the drums will go like a
Sure.
It's kind of something like that. So you can kind of hear it in your head. But
Yeah, you can
but I don't
totally
play
hear it
the
when you put it
drums,
like
no.
that.
Yeah.
Well, since we got you warmed up, we want to jump in on another song.
Yeah, how much time do we got? How many songs we got?
We can do 2 more songs.
2 more songs. All right, let's end with 3 Tequila Floor, and I'll do one of my favorite little songs here called "Better Man." It's a gospel song, Southern gospel.
Beautiful.
called Better Man. I wrote this one with Josh Wolf and Ryan Larkins and Doug Johnson. And it's one of my favorite songs I've written before, and it's a lot of fun to play. And it goes a little something like this. Sometimes I feel like I'm always on my knees, begging for God to set me free. Sometimes my faith, it's all blinded by the doubt. Though I can't, I know that he can see that I'm a better man than I used to be. In a world full of darkness, Lord, let me be a light. In a time so cold and heartless, well, heaven help me make it through the night. I want to wake up in the morning, tell the children, spread the news. Look what he's done for this old sinner. Think of all he'll do for you. Lord knows that I ain't perfect, but because he died for me, I'm a better man than I used to be. Tell the devil I ain't coming. He can take my name off his list. 'Cause I have been forgiven and my soul's no longer his. Why Jesus hung upon that cross, I'll never understand. But I can see the light through the holes in his hands. Lord knows that I ain't perfect, but because he died for me, I'm a better man than I used to be. I want to wake up in the morning, tell the children, spread the news. Look what he's done for this old sinner. Think of all he'll do for you. Amazing grace has set me free. And I'm a better man. I'm a better man than I used to be. I'm a better man. I'm a better man. I'm a better man.
Not only is it a joy to watch you guys perform and listen, it just sounds amazing, but you can tell you're having the most fun.
It is. It's, you know, I love playing my songs so much, more than anything. It's true. Caught red-handed.
Well, talking about fun, it had to be a lot of fun to watch your video premiere on CMT not too long ago for 3 Tequila Floor. What did you do to kind of mark the occasion?
Well, to mark the occasion?
Yeah.
During the shoot of the music video, I accidentally burnt my arm, so I guess I marked it there. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, there it is. Maybe hold it.
Ouch.
Let's see. That's,
Oh, yeah.
It might not be.
Ouch.
Oh, there it is. You can see it there. Yeah.
Oh, memories forever.
Yep. So there's
You
my
know.
mark.
There's your mark. There's your scar.
Mark the occasion.
If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go to the Instagram page. It's up there. It's like the first thing that you're going to see. It is a ton of fun. And clearly you had not only so much fun creating it, but also bodily harm was involved. So, bonus.
Yeah, obviously accidental, but no.
One too many tequilas?
No, those were apple juice shots in the video
Oh,
for
good.
sure. Or else there would have been so many takes, we would have all been drunk by 10 a.m.
And then the real video would have gotten very interesting.
Yes, then the video would have been very, very interesting. Yes, that would have made certainly quite the video.
Yeah. So where did the song come from? Was it just a wild night out, or did you see something? Like, what sparked this song?
Well, when I say, I love to write songs and love to tell stories and stuff, I'm also not afraid to cut a song that I believe is great. And I always say I wasn't smart enough to come up with it, but I was smart enough to sing it. So I got the song shown to me, and I thought it was really great. It took a couple days, to grow on me, and then once I really understood, like, this is the verse, and this is how I'm going to tell this story, and this is how that's going to happen, and this and that. It made sense for me to sing it, and I fell absolutely in love with the song. And when Doug Johnson, and he's sitting over there, and Bobby Terry produced it, it blew my mind, and it was just, it was such an incredible project to get to work on with them. Bobby Terry, who co-wrote it with Matt Rossi, he played every single instrument on that record.
My goodness.
And he produced it. That he's an absolute mad scientist. He's incredible. I love working with him. So when he showed me that song, and it wasn't originally that low, but we lowered it on down and made it me. And
Right, because that's your style.
Yeah.
Sounds like it was very meant to be.
It definitely felt that way when I first started singing it in the studio. When I sang the first verse, I knew. I was like, all right, yeah, this was definitely the right move. This is a lot of fun. I love singing this song. I'd have been upset if I didn't do it.
Well, it is the perfect one to close out with this evening. And again, while you get set up for that, if you guys are enjoying the music, please do follow and like and grab the playlist on your Spotify, your Apple Music, wherever you pay attention and get your music from, because it matters. Every single one matters. And I have a feeling we're going to be watching and listening and enjoying your music for many, many years to come. But our happy hour experience has almost come to an end. So can you close us out tonight?
I would gladly love to. This is 3 Tequila Floor. This is the new song that came out on the EP, along with 6 others. And music video is out now on YouTube and wherever you want to find it.
Thank you.
In a little cantina out in Cabo Wabo, I poured a shot of mezcal in a glass. Started talking to the worm at the bottom of the bottle. We cried and we laughed. About then started losing all feeling. For every shot I had, I must have had one more. Next thing I knew, I was staring at the ceiling. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor. Well, it got a little wild at the bachelorette party. Little Katie Shepherd with $1.05. She went from quiet and shy to wanting to fight everybody. White dress and a black eye. Teardrops falling, makeup running like Tammy Faye Baker praying to the Lord. Started out fun, but now she's done. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor. For a good time, oh, add some salt and lime, oh. Makes you feel so fine, oh, you'll keep wanting more. A few shots of agave makes your knees get wobbly. Then it wrecks your body. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor. Tommy turned 21 like a rock star buying Cuervo gold round after round. Thought he was bulletproof till the shots started flying. Bottoms up and a man down. Lying on the barroom floor, head spinning. Down for the count, looking for the door. Last thing he said, all blurry-eyed grinning, was 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor. For a good time, oh, add some salt and lime, oh. Makes you feel so fine, oh, you'll keep wanting more. A few shots of agave makes your knees get wobbly. Then it wrecks your body. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor. Well, a spaceship crashed in the Roswell desert. A little green man stumbled into a bar. Tried to blend in with all the other fellers. So good, so far. A few drinks in, he was having fun till some military men walked through the door. They dragged him off to Area 51, singing 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, Florida. For a good time, oh, add some salt and lime, oh, makes you feel so fine, oh, you'll keep wanting more. A few shots of agave makes your knees get wobbly, then it wrecks your body. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila, Florida.
That is fun. That is fun. And you even got to bust out the trumpet skills. That was fantastic.
Yeah. I told you I had a little trumpet skills. I got a little bit on it.
What a fun song, fun video. Again, everybody go watch it, request it, and support it. And what a fun hour that goes by so fast every time
Way
you're
too
here.
fast, I know.
I know. But you keep enjoying your butter cab. And Brandon, thank you for being a part of the fun festivities and the whole team there up in Nashville. Cheers to each and every one of you, and thank you for a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much for having me, Jana. Thank you for having me, Jam Happy Hour. Thank you, Greg and Emily and everyone over there. Y'all are rock. Y'all rock. See, there's the Cabernet. Y'all are rock.
There it is. It's working.
Y'all are rock. This fun was.
Y'all have a beautiful night. Thank you.
A wonderful night.